a pleasure to be on. First time in a while I've called.
Thank you.
You did an excellent opening on Wednesday regarding Adolf Hitler and an analysis that was done of him by the U.S. government, or they contracted somebody.
Yeah, the OSS,
well,
the Office of Strategic Services.
Well, what a lot of people forget is, besides the fact of all the stuff you explained, there was one big opportunity to just stop him. In the 1932 election, a man named Ernest Thälmann, who was at the time leader of Germany's Communist Party, he had thrown his hat in for the presidential run. He literally sent feelers out to all the major parties and basically said, look, we're willing to cut back on our program. You join us, and it's going to stop Hitler. Because basically at the time the favorite was Hindenburg. So look, Hindenburg's old. Hindenburg hates everybody, and he will make a deal with Hitler the second he can because he thinks he can control him. You work with us, you're actually going to get a democracy. Long story short, they said, well, it's a great idea, but can you pass it by the Social Democrats, who were one of the big opposition parties at the time? Long story short, the guy who ran the SPD said, hell no, because he was still angry about something Thälmann had done in the 1920s and held a grudge. So by default, they ran their own ticket, and then when they lost in the runoff, they backed Hindenburg, and the rest is history. Yeah. And it's sort of interesting because Michael Parenti talks about it real good in his book, Black Shirts and Reds, but it's interesting because the Communist Party, which was seen as these extremists, were willing to make a compromise and work with their fellow political opponents, but one of the biggest parties, because of a leader's own hubris, decided no.
Yeah, no, the communists in Germany in the 1920s and 30s, they believed in democracy. They wanted to bring about communism, essentially, you know, a more equitable society, essentially.
And it was interesting because, like I said, there was the one leader of the Social Democrats at the time, I can't remember his name for the life of me, had this grudge. He had been with Ebert, and Ebert was undermining them. But it's sort of funny because it reminds me of some of the elections that have happened in the past decade here in the States. Yeah. I mean, I'll say it. Had Hillary made Bernie her running mate, I'm convinced Trump would have lost. They would have gotten enough votes, and also...
No doubt about it.
Like 1932, 2016, you damn near had half the population just stay home and not vote. Right. So that's why I hate that hillbilly elegy analysis. It's actually more people just staying home.
That's right. That's why this is going to be a turnout election. Yeah. If you know, whichever side, Democrats or Republicans, gets the most turnout is going to win, and that's why Elon Musk is paying people $47 to get their friends out to vote, which is technically probably illegal. We can win because of that Dobbs decision. I think that was unfortunately the blessing in disguise. Yeah, I agree. That angered everybody. I agree, Gus. But I appreciate the call. I just wanted to bring that up. Okay, good analysis. Thanks, Gus.